Well, hello, water signs, and welcome to Timsy's Naked Tarot. Don't worry, Timsy is not naked. The tarot reads are naked. Basically, what I mean is I strip these back to basics and don't really go too much into the astrology of things. Although I'm doing the read for water signs. There we go. Out of here, we are doing a monthly overview, by the way. Out of here, we will have one energy for the overall month of January. Out of here, we will have 5 cards which represent each week of that month, plus the end and the beginning of February. And out of here, we'll get the clarifiers. They have all been pre-shuffled. I will cut this deck. That will clarify this card here. This card here has got a card in reverse on the top of it. I do not normally have cards in reverse in my decks, but it came out. It flew out as I was shuffling, and as I picked it up, it was in reverse. So here we are. So for the overall month, we have got, I say we because I am a Cancerian, so I'm a water sign as well. We have got the Six of Swords in reverse. What lovely, calm period we have been going through is all coming down to a crashing end this month. And we are going to have turmoil and crap within this month, I'm afraid to say. Again, this is a general view, so it may or may not resonate with you. I am dealing for more than one person. It could literally just be 3 people out of all the people who are watching who are going to have a really crap month, and the rest of us are going to have a mediocre month. So let's have a look. We've got the Hierophant. There's spiritual learning, spiritual understanding, religious learning and religious understanding, and just learning and understanding in general, with the Hierophant going with this Six of Swords. So this could literally be your faith is shaken. Okay, you may be of some denomination of religion, and you something happens and you stop believing in it, or something like that. Okay, and the Ten of Cups as well. Perhaps what you thought was overall happiness isn't. Perhaps you thought you always loved this one particular person, and you've woken up and realized, well, no, I don't love them. I keep giving to the situation and I don't get anything back, and well, I'm calling it quits, or something like that. Okay, but whatever it is, it's kind of feeling a little bit like a tower, but it's not quite as extreme as a tower. Okay, so let's we'll get these shuffled. We will find out what we have got going in for the first week of January. The Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold. It's kind of like backing up exactly what I said about the whole lover thing. You thought you loved someone, and you realized that maybe they don't love you back. Maybe you realized that it was just lust and not love. Maybe you've been with them the once and you thought, well, I don't think I can live with them. Okay, we got the Hermit for the second week. The second week is, it could be financial difficulties. Yeah, this could be beginning to bear in for me in this particular case. I'm going to be having financial difficulties this week because I've had my son staying with me for the past week, and he is a bigger leech on my finances than he is on my energy. Okay, not that I have any problem with that. I love taking him out. I love going bowling with him and things like that. But it does have a financial burden coming along with it. And so you may have some financial issues, and it may upset the apple cart or rock the boat, if you will. Week 2, the Hermit, looking inwards. Again, this I can give you a personal example of this probably next week when my son's gone home and I've realized how much he has actually cost me. Luckily, he's sitting there watching TikTok with his headphones on, so he can't actually hear me at the moment very well. I'm going to be looking at my finances thinking, ouch, that cost me a lot. I'm going to have to start putting more of my disposable income away for savings. So next time I'm having my son for a week, I have more money to lavish him with. I know it sounds like I spoil him. He makes me happy. So there's the payment. Okay. Right, so let's see what. For you lot watching, this will be looking inwardly. Some of you may be looking for a guiding light. You may be looking for advice of someone else in the second week. That's where the Hermit is, the Hierophant from the cup will be pulling in. You're looking for something in the dark. You're groping around. You're not quite sure where the truth or the aha moment quite is, and you may need to ask for someone else to give you a guiding hand or a guiding light, a lantern. Okay, for the third week, we will be dealing with people who are a little bit two-faced, people who are telling you one thing, promising you one thing, and not actually delivering it. I like to call the Queen of Wands the politician card. Okay, politicians are very much like this. They promise you the world when they want your vote, but once they've got your vote, they are very reluctant to deliver what you actually wanted from them. Okay, and that is kind of like what you will be experiencing on the third week. Week 4, you will be getting communication on week 4. The Three of Cups, before everything else, is called by every other tarot reader, or not every other tarot reader, lots of other tarot readers, they quite often jump on. I have noticed quite a few of them are now sort of not always jumping on it, and sometimes saying, like I do, other tarot readers often jump on it, but let's give it a fair shout. Let's see what other cards come out with it first. It is a communication card. It's about team bonding, social networking, support groups, social aspects. If you have a darts team, a football team, or something like that you go to watch or actually participate with, then it's that's what this card is representing. Okay, so there could be a lot of like group communication going on for you in the 4th week of the month. There could be new groups and things you are actually going into. Again, I can give you a personal bearing on this card. I was talking to the guy at bowling, the manager at bowling, the other day, because I'm obviously there quite a lot at the moment with my son, because he loves bowling. And we were talking about starting a team. Okay, and he said, well, okay, give us your number. I'll tell the people who organise all the team. They'll get in contact with me, and then we can go from there. Well, there I am. I'm waiting for them to get into contact with me. So we're in week 1, we're in week 2. They will probably get in contact with me. I'm sure they're not just going to drop everything for one phone call. It also depends on how their leagues are doing. I don't know where week 3 fits into it, but I might hear from them from week 4 and start bowling in a bowling team. Okay, with my son, obviously. So there you go. There's the personal aspect for this for me. The last week of is not July. The last week of January is the Hierophant. No, it's not the Hierophant. It's the divine counterpart of the Hierophant. It's the High Priestess. The High Priestess is using your intuition and finding things out. You may be intuitively know that someone's keeping something from you. You may intuitively know what that something is. But you can't act on intuition alone. You need hard evidence before you confront someone and talk to them about things they might be keeping from you. So you got the feeling someone keeps you in the dark, but there's not much you can do about it. And some of you watching, you will be getting that truth revealed, and then you can start taking action on it. So, okay, let's see what the clarifiers say and how well they back up what I've just said, shall we? Right, oh, there we go. First lot coming out for the 5 of Pentacles. That's because I was looking at the 2 of Spears. And one dropped on the floor. Let's see how that's going to turn out. Oh, that's in the upright as well. Well, it's that 10 of Cups again. Okay, let's just move that over a little bit there, move that there, move that there, so we can see better. Okay, so we got the Knight of Spears. Now, from this deck, this is my Game of Thrones deck. That's Jaime Lannister on that horse. Not that that has anything to do with the read, but I'm just letting you know. The Knight of Spears is a bit of a player. Okay, so perhaps you are in some sort of financial issues or feeling left out in the cold by someone who's a bit of a player, someone who plays fast and loose with your emotions or your finances. And when I say they're a bit of a player, I'm not strictly going down the whole they go and shag anything they find any night of the week thing. But they could be a player financially. They could be taking your money and your earnings and your savings and investing them in what they think is going to be doing good. And when they lose it all, they don't really care because it weren't their money. Okay. With the Two of Spears coming out, which would be the Two of Wands in a standard deck, you're going to be left at a crossroads. It's do I keep putting into this? And this is what, like I said, yeah, you're realizing what you thought the happy ever after was might not be, with that Six of Swords in reverse, and you've got that Ten of Cups here as well, the happy ever after. And the way that I actually laid the cards out is quite significant. This could be giving you the two choices within the first week of January. Do I stick with this player energy, this person who's being like loose with my money or loose with my love, or do I seek a complete and utter emotional fulfillment elsewhere? Because I'm starting to realize that what I have isn't. Okay, so that's kind of like the crossroads you are up against in the first week of January. Okay, crossing it is the Hermit card again. So the Hermit is, you're looking inwards for this, and you are looking for guidance. Okay, with that lantern being held up there. If you know anything about Game of Thrones, you know that that's the three-eyed raven holding the lantern, and that's Brandon Stark looking at the lantern and the three-eyed raven. I let you draw your own conclusions out of that, because part of my nakedness is I don't give you stories from pretty pictures on the cards. Okay, I'm going back to how I started this channel, so I'm going to start not doing that again. But as the Hermit would fit in there on an energetic level, it is this crossroads, this Two of Wands in particular, this Two of Spears. You're not sure which way's best, and you may be looking for some advice, probably that Hierophant we had in the cut, to help you. Someone who's been in a similar situation, and on both sides, possibly two people, one who kept with their player and one who left their player, and well, you'll weigh up their experiences to see what may possibly work best for you. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what anyone else has done with anyone else. It always matters what you feel is the right thing you should do. Okay, you all have free will. We all exercise it quite rapidly and quite willingly, all by ourselves. So that is the case. Okay, oh, there we go. Oh, just make sure nothing else wanted to come out with them. Looks like we're having 3 card clarifiers. I normally opt for 2, but hey ho. Right, we've got the Two of Cups, we've got the Four of Cups, and we have got the Nine of Spears for this Hermit coming out. The Two of Cups is a coming together of energies. For some of you, someone new is going to come into your life in the second week of January, and it's going to confuse you. It's not going to be your normal sort of person, but you are going to feel some really, really powerful energies drawing you towards them. And then again, it pulls straight into that reversed Six of Swords up there. It's going to upset the calm you're in. It's going to rock the boat. With the Four of Cups coming out with that, you are going to be very reluctant to take any sort of action at all, to the point where you actually go into a hermit mode and be looking inward for your answers. But with the Four of Cups coming out as well, it is a dreamlike energy. You're going to be dreaming and daydreaming about what to do. And coincidentally, when you start doing that, you start putting your intentions out to the universe and manifesting, if you realize it or not. So be careful of what you start thinking about and dreaming about, because if you start dreaming about twin flames and deep soulmates, that's what you will get eventually. Okay, and it might then affect things further down the line. With the Nine of Spears coming out, which would in traditional decks would be the Nine of Wands, you're going to be a bit defensive about this new person coming in. Again, it's someone I feel that you're not used to. It's not someone you really would go for. Perhaps you're always going for that gym buff person or that athletic looking person, and this is a bit of a frumpy stay at home person. Yeah, I'm not saying that they're anything. It's just like the opposite to what you normally go for, and you're a little bit defensive. Your 3D or your mind or your ego, if you want, is sort of saying, well, I don't normally go for this sort of person, but your heart's singing out, no, I like this, and let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. Crossing it is strength. There is a little bit of fear wrapped up in this strength. You are fearing the unknown, okay? But you are trying to get the courage to actually tackle the unknown and maybe go for something you haven't gone for in the past and see how that works. If you are in that situation where it is someone you would not normally go for, yeah, just think back for all the people you do normally go for and where's that's left you, yeah? And I'm saying it's kind of left you in a position where you are free and available to be going for someone you don't normally go for. So, and beginning of the week, you're having to make a choice between a player and what real happiness is actually all about. Right. So week 3, we got Temperance coming out with this Queen of Wands. We got the 6 of Pentacles coming out with this Queen of Wands, and we have got the Page of Swords coming out with this Queen of Wands. Okay, so this Queen of Wands, as I said, is you're dealing with some sort of politic type energy. You may be the one in this Queen of Wands energy promising people things you can't deliver, or you may be getting promised things that you know you won't get. It could be that you go to work and your boss sits everyone down and says, right, this is the work schedule for the year. If we hit our targets, we'll be getting monthly bonuses of this, that, and the other. And you're sitting there thinking, yeah, that's a nice incentive to make me work, but I know we're not going to get these bonuses because something will happen, which means we just won't quite get that target. The goalpost will be moved every time, etc., etc. Either way round, if you are the person being the politician or having to deal with the politician, you will be needing your patience. Temperance coming out. The best things come to those who wait with Temperance. Temperance is all about patience and waiting. With the 6 of Pentacles, it is literally you are just waiting for the scales to balance. Okay, when your boss may offer you these monthly bonuses, yeah, just wait for everything to balance out and then go, okay, we might get it, yeah, or we might not. With the 6, it's a Page of Swords there. There is communication. There will be messaging coming in for you through the 3rd week of January. This will probably spilling over into the 4th as well, because there's the communication card down there. But it's not the communication you were hoping for, expecting for. It's going to be a little bit disappointing for you in the best case scenario. In the worst case scenario, it's going to be really dramatic. Okay. Whilst crossing this and feeling all this, is this passionate new beginning you are after somehow. Perhaps you are going to be going into your boss on a politics type level and start talking to him about maybe doing a bonus scheme to incentivize the workers. Incentivize, is that such a word? Give the workers some incentive to pull their finger out a little bit more. But whatever way it is passionate. But with the Ace of Wands, you have to remember it's a little bit like striking a match on a windy day. If you can get your hand around it to cover it from the wind quick enough, it will catch and burn down. If you don't, well, it gets blown out. Okay? So that could be quite easily your boss snubbing out your passionate beginning with a big flat no. Right, let's see what our 3 of Cups is about in the 4th week. Okay, what are we doing for time? Well, not bad, not bad. Well, just if you're wondering why I'm asking about the time, I put a little poll out yesterday, I think it was. It might have been the day before, asking you, my viewers, what you think about the timing of my videos. What would be the best time for you? Because you all have busy, hectic lives and things. If you want to look at that poll and add to that poll, go to my community page. It's probably the 1st or 2nd post down on my community page. I will be adding another poll today at some point. So yeah, have a look for it. Feel free to vote on it. Put a thumbs up if you like, up to you. Leave a comment, I don't mind. But let me know, because I'm going to try to tailor my videos into your best viewing times. And I think currently it's about 20-25 minutes is winning. It might be a 50-50 between about 10 to 15 to 15 to 25. But I just wasted a whole minute of it all there as well. We've got the 8 of Coins and the Knight of Spears, which will be the Knight of Wands. Coming out for this communication. It's telling me it's nothing to do with work. Okay, all this communication which is coming in, it's all going to be on a social level. Okay, or these new groups, these new hobbies and things you will be taking up in the 4th week are all on a social level. Yeah, You're going to probably try not to tie work into it any way, shape or form. Possibly you may do it with some work colleagues or something if you're quite friendly with them, but as a whole, you want a totally separate thing from work to whatever else you want in this 4th week of the month. With the King of Spears, Wands, if you will, it's all about passion, okay? Your passion, my water signs. It's all about what you want. And this is why the work card is coming out in reverse. Work, yes, you might love your work, but at the end of the day, you're doing it for someone else. You're not really doing it for you. Now, this is just pure, out and out there passion, wind down time, all just for you. Okay? And here we got crossing it again. You watched me shuffle and it's managed to work its way back down to the bottom of the deck. It's the Ace of Spears again. This is your passion at the beginning, not up here. This is, and as I said, the communication from up here is spilling down to here, okay? And that Ace of Wands or Spears is doing the same. Yeah, it is about your passion, and it's a passionate start you want. And again, I do warn you, you have to be careful with an Ace of Wands. It is a good, brilliant beginning to be starting with, but at the end of the day, yeah, if you're not careful, it gets snubbed out just as quick as it gets lit. Okay. Well, there's definitely a lot of aces going around at the end of January. Things are coming to an end in January for you. We got the 9 there. Yeah, we got the 10 there. It's indicating the beginning of the week or the beginning of the month are endings. Okay, things are being tied up. The following part of the month is your new beginnings, where you want things to go from there. With your Emperor coming out and the Ace of Swords, I feel that you may be getting communication from someone you like, someone you see as your divine counterpart. Okay, this is a divine masculine card. I know that I do reads for about 90% of my viewers are female. So yes, it's your divine masculine. It could be your twin flame. It could be your deep soul. It could be someone you really, really like, but they never give you the time of day. You might be finding some truths out about them with the Ace of Swords. And then it's the beginning is you can then work from that truth. That truth gives you the clarifying beginning you need. Either they are free and single, they may entertain a date with you, they may not, they might be married. It's all those sort of things coming out. I'm doing reads for more. I'm doing a read for more than one of you. Yeah. In a picture concept, this is the wall. There's a little door opening. If you know your Game of Thrones, it's a big, massive, really high ice wall what spans across from east to west of the country to stop the wildlings in the north coming through. I'm trying my best not to go through these cards, but there's an opening there, and this is it. There was an impenetrable boundary, but you found a doorway through it. And that's what this Ace of Swords is kind of telling you. The truth is, it was always there. All you had to do was walk through it. But you now know it's been pointed out to you. You've had that aha moment. It's go time. Okay. Crossing all the end of January going into February is the Queen of Cups. You may recognize her from such cards as the Four of Cups here, sitting up against a tree. But the Queen of Cups is all about emotions and expressing yourself, feeling other people's emotions, being empathic and things. This is why I said it before I saw the card. I felt that this is going to be your twin flame, deep soul person you have a crush on and you want to go out with sort of person. And it doesn't matter if you are single or in a relationship. This person exists out there, okay? For most of you, you probably haven't met this person. Let's face it, most of the time when we get married, the first time we're young, and as we grow older, we realise it's not the person we want to spend the rest of our life with, where when we were younger, we thought we did. So it's kind of like that. Unless you waited a long time until you got married and then just ignore all this, it's probably this little bit of the month isn't resonating with you. It doesn't mean the rest of the month won't. It's just this little bit of the month isn't. As I said, I am reading for more than one person. It could literally be one person there, 3 people there, one person here, one person here. Or that sort of ratio. So if it does resonate with you, that is fantastic. Please like, subscribe, share and comment. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't worry too much. Next month's might, and my weekly reads might still. My weekly reads might not have anything to do with any of these. Okay, this is just the general energy for water signs throughout the month. Okay, thank you all much. Thank you all much. Thank you all very much. So, well, I've hit it. It's 25 minutes, which ain't bad, I suppose. The top end of your votes, but hey ho. Yeah, please like, subscribe, share, comment. It'd be much appreciated from me. And catch you all, well, tomorrow, hopefully, when I start doing the reads throughout the week. In fact, I'm going to be doing them tonight, actually, the weekly reads. We'll be doing love this week, by the way. Okay, catch you all soon.